Hi maker friends, welcome to September's tutorial on your maker boxes. Thank you for those that have stayed with me and welcome to the new members. So I hope that you all enjoy this month's maker box, and it is very colorful. There is lots of colors. I did not put full size bottles of every. I wanted to say this is an interchangeable, so it is exclusive to you guys, the maker members. However, I would like to let you know that the interchangeable round that is on the website, if you would like to have inserts for this basket, then you can purchase those out on the website, and in the memo box that you check out with, let me know that you would like to have this sized to the September maker box, and I will make any of those fit for you in this basket. And Christmas is coming around the corner, and so maybe you'll get a surprise in there. So anyway, let's get started, and we'll get to it. I like to start by removing all of the pieces and placing them in a pile as according to the colors that I will paint them. And so that's what you'll see me doing here, is I'm taking all the pieces off, and I know what colors I have, and I'm just placing them into a pile per se, and then I will know which colors to grab with that pile. I wasn't sure which colors to use. I went with, I believe it was called Driftwood, as the lighter brown that you can see. I have a couple samples laid out there that I decided from, and then that's what I went with. So we'll just start to do an all over full coverage of the back piece, the basket, and then the front basket. As you can see, my camera started to drop, so I apologize for that. I just continued on that same piece and doing the full coverage paint on that. So I apologize, I am not in the camera here, but I just take the bigger basket, the full basket piece, and I start to put a full coverage coat of paint on it as well. And here soon you'll see me realize that the camera dropped, and I will bring it back into the picture for you. I used, I used the sponge brush for the bigger part of the solid piece area on these, but when I get to the actual weave part of the basket, then I bring out the makeup sponge, and that is what I start filling in them areas with. So of course you can use whatever you want, however is comfortable for you, but that's just how I did it. Our final piece for the basket will be the smaller top section that will go in front, and I just follow through with what we previously did on the two pieces, full coverage with the makeup sponge. So this is where the fun's going to begin, girls and boys. So we're going to take our darkest brown that we have in our kit, and we're going to get a little bit of water. We're going to put a little bit of water on our brush, just get that brush wet. And then we're going to go into that paint and just grab a little bit of it, pull it to the side. You're just going to water this down just a little bit. You still want to have some consistency to it, and you definitely want to have that color. And you'll see me tapping the brush to get some of it off of the brush. You just want a little bit on the brush, okay? And then you're going to go in to where you see your lines at on your pieces, and you're going to just follow that line a little bit there and pull back on it. And then you're going to take your finger and just smudge that a little bit, and you're going to see that that is going to create a shadow to create the effects that you see on the baskets in the picture that I provided. That's going to look like this basket is weaving in and out. And so I know it might seem a little bit daunting, but seriously, it does not take that much time to go through all your lines. And I know this is the back piece. You're not going to probably notice it as much, but I thought it would be a good starting point on showing you guys how to go about doing this. And what I found easiest on the bigger pieces is stay following the same direction before you turn it, and I think it just will keep you on track. You'll see me mess up without a doubt, and so just take some of that paint that we did the full coverage and paint over it, let it dry, and then go back in with your shadowing. And so I hope you find this as easy as I did, and you can already see the detail that it provides. So we're going to start with a small piece here that is going to go on the front, and you'll see me again just follow that line, pull back a little bit on it, and then just smudge it with your finger. Again, like I said, follow suit. You'll see me following the same line and pattern so that it helps you not get tripped up on where you're supposed to be placing it. And if you do get tripped up, just kind of step back, look at the basket, and see where the shadowing should go to show the where the weave would go. I hope that helps. Now we're going to start with the big piece. And again, same thing we just did on the 2 other pieces. We're going to follow those lines and pull back on that paint and then give it a smudge. Now you will see on this one that I did get a little bit wider with my smudges. I figured this is a bigger area, and so we could allow for that, give it a little bit more depth in the smaller sections where I'm at right here. Maybe not so much, but you'll see on the bigger pieces I did give it a little bit more of a deeper area in smudge. So just follow through on the whole piece here, and that's how we get our dimensions on this. So this is where we are going to start to assemble our basket. I thought it best to go ahead and assemble the basket so that it could be drying and ready to go whenever we get the insert done for it. And I did place some paint bottles on this while it dried, so I would suggest maybe getting something heavy and sitting on it while you let it dry. However, be careful not to press too hard in the center of this area, or you will have to fight with getting your insert in. So as you can see, one of the riser pieces, we'll call them, I did not paint. There's no need. You can if you choose to, but you're not going to see it. The piece that I painted, I will put on top. There's two spacer pieces there that will go on top of one another, and then you're going to place the smaller half basket or quarter basket on top of that. That's going to create that space to insert. And so just use some glue and get that put together and place some pieces on it to hold it together if you need to. And you'll see me add the backer to it as well. Okay, so now we get to start with the fun part, the barn, the flowers, the grass, the silo, all the things. So again, when I start something, I always separate the pieces by color, and so I will place them in a pile according to the color that they're going to paint. It just helps me visualize what I need to do with them. So if that helps you, then maybe follow that. If you are okay not having them in piles, then that's cool too. I start with the larger piece, starting with the silo, and you'll see I place pieces on it back and forth just to make sure that I have a full coverage of where I need the paint, and if I didn't need paint there, then I just simply did not paint it. You'll see me kind of go at an angle here just because I know that that piece goes on top of it there, and so if I don't need paint there, I just don't put paint there. And then also here is where the red is going to butt up next to the gray, and so I wanted to make sure that I had it covered but not too much. And so it's okay to just place those pieces where you need them to be to see if you have a good coverage. After the gray, I'm going to start with the red of the barn, and then yeah, we'll just move from there. On the silo, in order to get those nice rounded dots, what you see me here is just taking the back side of the brush, the end of the brush, dipping it into that white paint and getting a glob of it on there and just dotting where those circles are on the silo. That's going to give you a nice clean circle dot. And then what I'll do later on is just take the edge of that brush and do the best that I can at following that line. Just a little bit of paint and you'll get the job done. So now we can simply start just painting all of our pieces in the colors that we want. I already had white on my brush, so I'm just going to start right in with the white pieces and give them the full coverage coat of paint as they needed, and then I just follow suit with the other pieces, as you'll see, and just continue to paint your pieces. So you want to be sure and put some green for your leaves on your sunflowers here on this one. But as you can see, like I only painted where I needed the paint to come through. I didn't paint the flowers. I didn't paint all the things that didn't need to be painted. And again, you can place things on just to see where they're going to fall. Make sure you get a good coverage and that kind of thing. So I took the light green and the dark green on the same sponge, just side by side, and that's what I did the grass blades with. It just gives them a little bit of a variated color. Just continue to pounce it to get it blended out, and then you'll get a variated color, kind of a contrast against the darker green leaves. So we're just going to start gluing our pieces together, and as you can see, I have some glue there, and I'm just taking a piece of my sponge, dipping it in the glue, and then just putting a little bit of glue on the back side of it as if you were painting, only with glue on the back side. And I also wanted to say, if you didn't notice, I had used the back side of some painter's tape to hold those small pieces down while I painted them with a makeup sponge. Just makes it so much easier. I know I've told many of you many times, but I wanted to say it again. Oh, it is looking so good. I love all the colors. So we are going to start by gluing our letters down onto our pennant, and then you're going to see me run the twine through the pennant holes, and then there are holes on the basket that you're going to attach that with, and just simply tie a couple of knots on the back side of it, and that should secure it enough. And I don't like to run the twine on the front side of the pennants, so you'll see me kind of switching back and forth just to ensure that I do run that twine on the back side. But that's completely a preference, and you can do it how you want. I hope you truly enjoyed your September maker box. See you soon.